He is wrong. Look closely at the men who cling to these lies and you will find no nobility. You will find men chained by indecision, stripped of respect, begging for validation while pretending it does not matter. Weakness is not a harmless defect. It is a disease consuming a man from within, eroding his dignity, corrupting his judgment, leaving him exposed to every predator who recognizes his softness. When a man is weak, he does not only destroy himself, he invites others to feed on him, to test him, to measure their strength against his absence of it. His life becomes a banquet, and he is the offering. The weak man believes the world will treat him gently, because he treats the world gently. If you cannot fight, you will be ruled. If you cannot say no, you will be commanded. But men are not saints. They are wolves dressed as neighbors, friends, even lovers. They smile while calculating what they gain from his downfall. To appear harmless is to signal your availability for exploitation. Those who live by weakness live as sacrifices waiting for the altar. They convince themselves that passivity is peace when in truth it is only surrender. And when betrayal arrives, they act as though the world has committed a crime. No. The world has merely followed its nature and punished them for ignoring reality. Weakness does not buy safety. It paints you in the brightest red, a target visible to every ambitious man, every manipulator, every opportunist. Strength is not measured by the weight of your body, but by the weight of your will. It is the capacity to say yes when fear claws at your throat, to say no when temptation whispers, to remain unmoved while others beg for compromise. Strength is not smiling through pain. It is refusing to let pain dictate your next move. Weak men fold under pressure because they value comfort more than dominance, ease more than survival, approval more than sovereignty. That is why they can never rule. Their thrones are stolen before they ever sit upon them. Weakness is not simply a lack of muscle or courage. It lives in the mind. It is the craving for validation, the hunger for applause, the obsession with being liked, the inability to sit in silence without begging for recognition. Weak men dress themselves in virtue, but it is a mask covering cowardice. When you destroy the weak man inside you, you do not become cruel for its own sake. You become immune. Immune to manipulation, immune to betrayal, immune to the traps that weakness makes irresistible. You become the kind of man measured not by how loudly he speaks, but by how firmly he cannot be moved. Power respects only those who can endure solitude, who can bear being hated without collapsing, who can act with cruelty when it is the only path to survival. To destroy weakness is to strip yourself of illusions. The illusion that people stay loyal because they love you, that enemies retreat because you plead, that fortune bends because you prayed. None of these things will save you. Only strength, visible and undeniable, will. The weak man is a liar to himself, enslaved by the very approval he claims not to need. Men should either be caressed or crushed. He says he forgives, but in truth he is afraid to fight. He builds a life of self-deception, calling himself virtuous while every predator sees only softness. The world is merciless with such men. They are betrayed by allies, discarded by lovers, forgotten by history. Their failure was written the moment they chose weakness over strength, comfort over conquest, softness over steel. The task before you is simple. To destroy the weak man inside you is not to abandon humanity, but to embrace reality. It is to recognize that fear is more reliable than love, that appearances outweigh intentions, that betrayal is inevitable,